Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Golia. I'm an actor, singer, and creator here in Los Angeles, and I am so excited to introduce you to stand-up comedian Rob Make the World Laugh Mayfield. How's it going?
It's going good. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Good. I'm so glad that you're here. Listen, before we get started, I'm going to show everyone a quick clip of you doing your thing.
All right.
Like I said, y'all came here to laugh and have a good time. So make sure y'all laugh and have a good time and show some love to my people. So give a round of applause, make some noise for my man Rob, Make the World Laugh, Mayfield. Yeah. Appreciate you. Cut the music, DJ. Y'all good? What's going on, y'all? Y'all good? What's going on, y'all? Good?
Okay, great. I love that so much. I just love your comedy. Let's start at the beginning. Where did you grow up, and then when did you start getting interested in comedy?
I grew up in Chicago, south side of Chicago.
Okay.
Moved to the suburbs once my parents split up. And then I always been a fan of comedy. Always been a fan of comedy. Like I grew up. It's crazy. The first physical comedy person I watched was I Love Lucy.
Yes,
Lucy,
Queen,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So my first introduction to comedy was Lucy and the Three Stooges. But
Yes.
like I really like Lucy's comedic timing. So I always been a fan of comedy. Then as I got older and my parents wasn't around, so I would like sneak and watch like Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence because they was real vulgar and stuff. So I would have to like sneak in and
Oh,
watch it real late. So fast forward, I joined the Navy when I was 20. So I did 14 years, and on my 14th year, I was in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I decided to do comedy. Like at that point in time, I was already making like funny videos and putting funny content up on my Facebook, and I don't know if people remember Vine,
oh yeah.
but I was on Vine for a while, so that's what really wanted got me into like taking it serious because my sister and my friends in the Navy was like, man, you should make Vines. And then they was like, you should do Instagram. And then
Yes.
they was like, you should post it on Facebook. So one of my close friends, he made me a Facebook page and it was called Make the World Laugh. And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? He was like, just put all your funny videos on this page. So I started uploading, and it started gaining some momentum. And then my little sister who lives in LA, she lives in California, uh she hit me up one day and was like, man, you should do an open mic one day. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, because the one video I posted, I'm a fan of 50 Cent, and 50 Cent has a show called Power. So I'm a huge fan of Power, and I did a reaction video that went viral. So
Oh, nice.
I was getting a lot of inboxes, and I was getting a lot of offers in my DMs to do stand up, but I didn't know how to do stand up at that time. I just knew how to make funny videos. So fast forward, I did an open mic, nervous, most ridiculous 5 minutes of my life, most nerve wracking 5 minutes of my life. I was looking at my feet, but I did get a nice reaction. And then I just kept going, and I was getting a lot of encouragement from like my friends, my Navy co-workers, and I just kept going. I started off at Mesquite Comedy Club in Corpus Christi, Texas, and on my last year in the Navy, they was like, well, what are you gonna do? I literally handed them a flyer of my first paid comedy show, and I
Oh,
was like, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. And
yes.
this December December 2018, I moved back home to Chicago, and I hit the ground running and been doing comedy ever since. So I'm coming up on 5 years of comedy.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing that journey. That's like exactly what I
I
wanted to
tried to get it
hear.
all in there. Give
No,
you a quick
yeah, I mean
origin story.
it's crazy the ways that we like end up where we are, and
You're right.
it- all over the place. I just love it, and but it makes sense that here you are.
Yeah, and my
That's
friend, one of my best
smart.
friends, she was like, "You should sell T-shirts." promote your comedy. So I started selling t-shirts. So I have merch, I have t-shirts, I have hoodies, and I've sold some like overseas to people in like England and Australia because they were big fans of the reaction video that
Right?
went viral. So like when I was like, oh, I'm selling t-shirts, they was like, oh, send me one. So
Yeah.
I'm still selling t-shirts and hoodies to this day. So the journey I'm on is fun. It's entertaining.
Amazing. Yes. You've had so much support too, which I think is so important, having like a great support system with your friends and your sister and everything. It's really awesome.
Absolutely, because I didn't think anybody was gonna take me serious. Because I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian, and I was doing it for like a year straight, and people was like, "Oh, okay." And then after the second year, then they saw that how much I progressed and what I was doing. They was like, "Oh, he's really serious."
Yeah, totally. Well, how was the pandemic for you? I mean, so much of being a comedian is the audience reaction, but you've had so much time online. So like, was there a big difference when the pandemic
It
hit for you?
it did get slow. It did get really slow, and I was like, I have to post something. I was like, I'm gonna post something. If I can't make it to a stage, I'm going to post something. And it's so funny. At the time, I was doing transportation and security at a hospital out here. And one of my good friends, Dario Durham, he's a big comedy staple in my opinion in Chicago. He does a lot of media work and stuff. But anyway, he was running Zoom open mics. So he was running. So when the pandemic hit, he was running Zoom open mics. So I would be at work doing security, driving around the parking lot, securing the hospital in my uniform, and do a quick 3 to 5 minute set while I'm on Zoom, while I'm
Oh my God, I'm
while
obsessed
I'm
with
running around the
that.
parking
Make
lot.
it work, man. Make it work.
So yeah,
Yes.
they see me in the car with the flashing lights, but they like, "Are you?" I'm like, yeah, I'm at work. I'm patrolling the parking lot right now, but
I am obsessed with that. That's
so
so good.
it was so funny. Like I would like dip off in the hallway when I would be patrolling the inside of the hospital. I like dip to the hallway and I'm like, okay, I got a quick 3 minutes for y'all now. Do 3 minutes on Zoom. And
Dang, I'm obsessed with that. That's so good and so smart. And I mean, listen, like it gave you an audience and a way to be doing it while working. Like
yeah,
you had double life.
right. And it helped. It was part of the joke too, because like they're looking at me in my uniform, like I got a badge on and everything, and they like he's in here telling jokes on Zoom.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. That's such a good story. Ah. Well, listen, do you have any like advice for any other comedians that are just starting out?
Stay on stage. Stay on stage as much as possible. Any stage time you can get, stay on stage. Out here in Chicago, it's literally places to go every day of the week to do open mic comedy. I run 2 open mic comedy shows on Tuesdays and Sundays. So any comics out there, y'all come to Chicago. I run 2 open mic comedy shows on Tuesdays and Sundays. Stay on stage and don't give up. I know they say bombing is part of the process, but don't let the crowd defeat you. If you feel like you bombing, if you keep going with the joke, you'll find a laugh in there as long as you keep going. As long as you keep going and don't give up on yourself, you'll find a laugh in the joke. Like I learned that from a great comic out here named Derek J. He when we went to his open mics, he never let us quit and be like, all right, I'm done. Like if we felt like our set was bombing or we felt like we weren't doing a good job, Derek would be like, nah, go finish the joke. And I witnessed somebody who was bombing, they finished their joke and they got like this huge laugh at the end.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
I tell
people
people,
want you to perform. They want you to succeed.
yes,
You got to remember
absolutely,
the audience is there because they want to laugh. Like they want to have a good time with you. So
absolutely.
remembering that I think is really important. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be my advice to up and coming comedians because I'm still learning myself. Like I said, I'm coming up on 5 years, so I'm still learning. I'm still figuring out jokes, and like I said, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the joke. Just keep going with the joke, and like I said, you'll find a laugh in there if you keep going and don't let the crowd defeat you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it was so wonderful to meet you. And I'm so glad that you're going to be on the Phoenix platform. It's just going to be an awesome one for more people to find all of your videos, your comedy, know your shows, your merch. You can put your merch up there, like
Yes.
everything, one stop shop. And yeah, I can't wait to see what's next for you. So thanks for hanging out with me today.
No problem. I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Have a good one.